Hey guys, it's Jasmine. I'm the founder of Rootin For You. Now, I'm a woman that wears many hats, but in this space, I am your wellness advocate, your black ass doula, and your spiritual reader. And you're tuned in for another episode of Well Rooted Talks. We have our guest today, Confessions. She is a life coach and a
Yeah.
poet and a supporter of I'm Rooting For You. She's a member of the Rootin family. How are
Yes,
you today? How is everything going?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your platform. Yes, I am a customer for I am rooting for you. I love the bar soap. I think it's as above, so below. It's
Mm-hmm.
my favorite right there. I love it. It smells good. It does great for my skin. Just and y'all always run out, so it be on me, but still.
Gotta get it while it's hot.
I know.
People be fiending for that one. That's my most popular soap. I used it this morning actually.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we're gonna get into it. I guess first, tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, anything that I missed, anything you want to say right now.
I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I am a personal development life coach. Personal development is about helping people accomplish goals. Sometimes once we reach our goals, we feel like, okay, I'm here. So now what?
Yeah.
It doesn't look or feel like how I thought it was because I worked so hard to get here. Well, now it's time to find something else that liberates you. You know what I'm saying? Because we in a marathon, you never stop growing. The opportunity to learn is inevitable. So sometimes, we need just a little bit of help, just being aware of our growth, being able to enjoy our growth, and also learn and teach, be the teacher and the student on the journey. So that's basically what I do as a personal development coach. Anything from time management, mental health. I promote for positive mental health. um you name it. Like it's all about believing in yourself. We collaborate, but at the end of the day, it's about you. You're the one who's making the choices, you as my client.
Okay. Do you feel that being a life coach and a personal development coach is a form of self-care?
Oh my
Or
gosh, yes.
yes.
Yes, I do. Thank you for that question. I really do, because I feel like, everybody is going to eventually make their own decisions on what works for them. But that is a form of self-care for me, because I feed off of watching other people grow and achieve their goals. Like, it gives me motivation as well. Like, oh my gosh, they did that. Now I know I can do this too, or you know what I'm saying? Or they inspired me to go do that too. So it's just the opportunity to grow together. So yes.
What other ways do you care for yourself? Like, what does your self-care routine look like for you on a daily basis?
Honestly, on a daily basis, it's affirmations. I wake up and claim peace over my day, because since we all know that thoughts are things, I don't want to wake up. At one point in time, I used to wake up thinking that, everything that I have to do today, oh my gosh, I got to do this, I got to go here. And I'm clouding my mind with thoughts before I can even get my day started. Okay, we know we got a list of things to get done today, but I just want to claim peace on my day. Start with stillness, silence, just so the rest of my day can go with ease. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of That's self-care for me. Also, you know how kind of like when you was a kid and you kind of wanted to do something to go somewhere and you just was told no. Self-care for me is like giving myself everything that I want. And if I can't give it to myself in that moment, I say, let's just work on it, and just not right now. You know what I'm saying? Just and I ain't telling you no, but you just can't do it right now, type of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's self-care for me. It's doing things that brings me joy. Even I create a soundtrack for my life. If I find the music that feeds my energy, that's a vibe, that's it right there. I create a soundtrack for my life.
Music
Yeah.
is powerful. That's my thing. Like I have there's different songs that are gonna evoke different emotions from different times in my life. Like years ago, I had a song on repeat. I listen to it now. I'm thinking about it, but it's like thank God for growth, or I made it through that. It's just like music, there's such a deep connection I'm glad you said that, like for real.
Yes.
Like,
I even use that for moments where challenging times. Like, it's like, okay, I don't want to be stuck in this energy, whatever. Let me just snap off into me. Let me snap back off into me, because sometimes it's just difficult. So it's just like, I love music too. Yeah, music feeds the soul, like you said.
Mm-hmm. I've been getting into affirmations a lot more lately, like on a deeper level, because I've been working on my chakras, like specific chakras. And how do I put this? I figured out, what was where there was too much of something and too little of something when it comes to like your root chakra, your solar plexus, and a lot of things like, okay, why am I afraid? Just questioning the little things. Why am I afraid to post this? Why am I like, what's really going on? And come to find out, like me waking up in the morning and writing, or just automatic writing, blurting it out, not having any rhyme or reason, helped me get to the root cause of a lot of like personal issues. And
Yes.
it's just like there's some, I like words. The affirmations are working for me, because when I have those moments of doubt, it's easy for me now to reach into my Rolodex and be like, actually, I am able. That's bullshit.
Yes.
And we're gonna put that voice to the back of the bus.
Period. Yes. 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 It's like, by doing that as well, it's like you can come across many people that give you that motivation throughout the day, but if you don't say it and affirm it for yourself, then it's not going to do the same justice.
Your show lane, you got to do that for yourself. Okay,
And that's the hard work right there.
it is, because can't nobody. That's the thing that I'm always preaching to. No matter how much you pay somebody or who you go see, and it's different. It's gonna be better for you to take those steps and to speak those words. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it for you. You got to do the work. Okay, so do you remember the first time we met? I just have to say this really quick.
No, because I done been to so many events that you done been at. Like, so I just, which time? Because, girl, what I do?
No, it's what I did.
No.
So it was at Mo's Waitsby party. And I remember I was rushing to get there. So I left my cash box. And you came and you were looking around. I was talking to you about the soap. You bought As Above, So Below. And you gave me a $20 bill. And okay, so the soap isn't $20. I'm like, I don't have any cash to give her back. And you were like, it's okay, keep it. And me just being me and forgetting where I was, that this is like business.
Yeah.
Put that $20 bill in my bra. And I was like, oh my God, like, I feel like you didn't see that. And you were like, it's okay. Like, I was so embarrassed, but I just had to say, like, I don't know if you remembered.
Now that you remind me, I do remember that. You brought that up. Now I do remember that. No, man, nobody even noticed it. You know what? I've noticed it, but yeah, but no, you was good. That was my first time having that soap too, man, and I love it. It's good, and I'm gonna come get some more very soon.
You were a member from the start. You had to be a family member after some stuff like that. But yeah, okay. And then I've seen you do, I went to the Fluid Fridays.
Yes.
I've seen you at other events by Mo. Okay. And I have questions because you do so well and you speak so well when you get on the stage. And me, I'm nervous. Like my knees will get weak. I have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I will pass out. Do not do that to me. So do you remember like that first time you stepped on the stage and was like, you did your writing, but you're like, I'm gonna get out here and talk my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The first time that I actually got on stage, it's funny that you mentioned Crush. Crush actually kind of gave me that push. It was really dope because I never saw myself. I saw myself doing poetry, but I just never knew how. So they had a Poetcella, and I went to the pep rally, and I had been doing during that time, I was like in the middle, I was coming out of hermit mode. You know about hermit mode, right? Mm-hmm. I'm coming out of hermit mode. Literally, how people say we outside, I'm like, Lord, I'm going outside. So I'm coming out of hermit mode, and I said, I'm going to do this because it needs to be heard. So I'm getting up there when I walked into Poetcella, they had like this whole red carpet situation, right? And I was like, oh, in my head, like I'm because that was the motivation for me. I was scared as hell. Like, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, are these people gonna like it? But using my imagination is like, okay, this red carpet is laid out for me. So, you know what I'm saying? It must be for me and stuff like that. I was giving myself self-motivation as I was going in, and I was sitting there like this. Crush approached me. She was like, you gonna get on the mic? I was like, shh, I don't know. I have sage going. That's why you see smoke. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But she was like, you gonna get on the mic? I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. She was like, well, you got to start sometime. And I was like, why she's so aggressive? But but I needed that though. And then I was so glad once that's all it took for me was one time. And once I got up on the stage and I heard myself on the mic, I was like, oh, I'm at home. Now I still, fun fact, and I'm really not ashamed of it, I have stage fright.
I don't know. I don't think you do.
Oh my gosh. I have stage. I get the butterflies and because I consider myself to be like a professionalist when it comes to that. Like to poetry is so near and dear to my heart. I try to memorize everything, but it seemed like 30 minutes before I go on any stage, it's like, now what poem was I even finna do today? Like, but then once I get on the stage, it's like it all go away because I'm looking out in the audience and then it's like, I don't do it to be Maya Angelou. It's just that somebody needs to hear a message. And there's so many messages through so many experiences. Everybody can hear the same poem, and it doesn't matter what race or anything, you know, young, oh, there's been children, there's been older people. Everybody from different walks of life can get in one room and they can listen to a spoken word and take so many different directions from it and they can feel it. And I love theater, so that's what makes me so passionate behind it is that, okay, let's go out here and let's scene, this action, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's get the people involved and stuff. So that's my drive for it. That was basically the first, and that was how it was the first time on stage. I was in a building with some big name people like you know, Candy, she's you know, she's well known in the poetry industry, and you have Crush, she's an international poet. Lyric J was there, and there were some other people I can't remember, but these are big name people in the poetry industry. And when I got off stage, they was like, damn girl, you sure that was your first time? And I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been all love, just through everybody in the community, like the Brown Sugar Lounge, Poetic Impulse, Real Spill, like all these groups, they come together in the community and they make spoken word just they make it a safe space. That's what they make it. They make it a safe space as a whole. So that's it helps me advocate.
Yeah. This is random, but I like that you're wearing blue, and then I have this blue background. You know, that's all about your throat chakra and
yes,
using your voice. I'm like, we are on one accord today.
Yes. Can I tell you how that relates just real quick? Because I was actually, I had to go through anger management in my earlier years, and they diagnosed me with alexithymia, and that's when you have a problem with self-expression. So that's really how I started writing it, because it was a part of like journaling is where they introduced me into like, this is how you do it to release and get everything out. And then once I learned, like literally this year, that from Dr. Nick, she was like she does sound baths and things like that. She said, when you release something, you also got to put something in place. Okay, now you release something, now what are you going to feel with it? And I didn't know that.
Yeah, wow. Okay, thank you for that. I'm gonna have to write that down. I've taken anger management too, but like I've been like, I wasn't like, when I went to therapy and things like that, it was just kind of like, how do you deal with it? How you can control how you react to things. You can't control other people. It was like more of that approach to it. But yeah, because I tell you, I could go from 0 to 100 and I'm gonna be tired. Like I feel like drained at the end. I'm like, it still didn't accomplish, you know what I mean? So boy, that's something to wrestle with for real. Like just
yes. Okay, I get it.
Okay, as a coach, what's the most difficult advice you had to take from your own self?
Persistence. Because it's about setting goals. And I never tell anybody or have anybody to believe that once you're doing something for a purpose that is going to be easy. Now, you can make it easy, But starting off, there's a lot of work that you have to do, like mentally, and a lot of it is about willpower. So persistence and willpower have honestly been me trying to find balance, you know what I'm saying, with everything. I going through challenging times and saying, okay, this is what's happening right now. It's gonna get dealt with, but how do I stay focused on things, you know, that I love and things that I desire? How do I stay focused on these goals that I have set up, even though it feels like how can I do it? So it's being the example of persistence. I kind of have a open book policy kind of with my clients. Like if you want to ask me something, like how I dealt with something, I'm open. Now that doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but you know, I might be going through the same test you going through. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I'm a life coach that's helping you towards a goal doesn't mean that I have it all checked out. You know, I do the same type of methods that I teach them to, just as reminders. I might be going through the course with them.
Mm-hmm.
So
can we talk about that? Because I feel like sometimes people think that if you're a teacher or you're coaching, then you just got it all figured out and you done made it up there. This healing and all of that stuff, it's not boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be we're going back around, we're gonna test it one more time. Did you get it for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are people like this? I want to know. Like, everybody's still learning. It doesn't stop. It never stops. I just want to say that.
It doesn't stop. And it's kind of like when you hear, I take it as like when you can hear the same Bible verse or the same song all your life, but at different stages of your life, it's going to mean something different. So I can go back and do the same time management sessions with somebody because right now I just might be in that season right now. You know what I'm saying? Or I can do these same exercises over again, even though I know what it is. But if I'm honest with myself, I'm going to have some different results. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, like you said too, it's all about growth. I feel like it's important for people to see that everybody human, like we all go through stuff and we are all just, you know, it's more than what you just see on it. Not that everybody's struggling or anything like that. It's just that trying to stay stoic during these times, trying to just keep it all together. And it's about the smallest things like self-love and self-care and doing things that make yourself happy. So if everybody can kind of do that, they can kind of have a piece of the pie themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
It is the smallest. The small steps are not so small. They make the biggest ripples. It's me getting up in the morning, and instead of laying in the bed, it's me actually pulling out my journal and writing instead of just, oh, I got it in my head. I know, like that.
Yes.
It don't work that way for real. So it's those little steps. What's your sign? Your zodiac?
Sagittarius. I talk about it all the time. Yes. Yes. Why? What?
I remember.
We about that life.
Yes, you are.
Really sweet though.
Y'all are very sweet. Y'all are just some terrorists. Y'all are terrorists sometimes. It's all right though. I'm a Leo. I'm a fellow fire sign. So you can only imagine, like, and we over here both talking about anger management.
Right. We get it. We equally get it.
I get it, you know. Okay, so I've seen you perform this poem a couple of times, and it really, every time I want to stand up and just give you a big ass clap. Like, I swear, when you start talking about the church, and like, I'm not gonna say this is gonna apply to every church and everybody's experience, but even me, like, I've seen growing up in a church, like my grandmother was on the mother's board. We was at church, sun up to sundown, choir practice, all that stuff. Like, it is a lot of like just people hiding behind lies, and they will walk in there just as and it's just like if you were honest and you were real, like, you could truly be helping yourself and others, but using the religion as a cloak to hide. So when you started talking, when you do that, you know what poem I'm talking about? Do you know which one I'm talking about? You posted it, and I think I shared it on my story, but you really get into it. And
when I was saying about creation and where is it about creation? When I said you must first have feminine energy in order to create.
Hold on, let me look. I'm about
Okay. Okay.
Because the mind has been polluted with such a religion of you. Stuff about homos one in their Bible until 1942. Then you'll say, I'll go to hell.
Oh, okay. I know what that one is. That one is called gay pride.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, come on, let's talk about it.
It's a touchy subject because I've pissed a lot of people off. I really don't care because I said what I say on this. I don't try to ever get anybody to believe in the things that I believe in, but I'm gonna speak the truth at the end of the day. I grew up in the church. I grew up in a missionary Baptist church. Like in there, seeing the people catch it and catch it all over again. And you know, like I grew up in there, and it's like the way that we're taught the word, it's just so backwards and wrong. And you know, they get in this thing about religion and this and that, and I'm like, well, have you guys even studied the theology of what you're reading? Do you know where the origin of it came from? Like, have you, you know, you just going by something that somebody behind the pulpit said? You know, and half of the time, the people that's off in there doing all this condemning, you ain't going by half of the stuff you talking about. So what they say about casting the other stone or what, you know, I could really get off into it, but I don't be wanting to hurt. I'm too sarcastic with it. So I put it in my spoken word.
You putting it somewhere, but when people be irritated about stuff, it's triggering. I think that's a good thing. Like to challenge somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, being comfortable, you don't want to be comfortable. So let them be triggered. Let them be triggered by that.
Yeah.
And if you need to really think about, you know, what you're doing and what you're giving your money to and who you're listening to and taking advice from, then do that. But don't shoot the messenger.
No. Don't. Thank you. Thank you so much. I posted that. I actually done that one like in like, I don't know, it was a while back, but I just recently posted it. Girl, why folks is trying to say I was doing hate speeches? Like, that's how serious it got. So I'm surprised it's still even on there.
That's not a hate speech. It's just
that
is not a hate speech, man. Oh, and this is another thing I was gonna say. I find myself when I'm doing like readings for people, and I'm giving them like advice, just to go back on what you're talking about, because I remember now when I'm giving them advice, I always find like, oh, hold up, I could take this advice too, or have I been doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
So that's the beauty in understanding that I'm always going to be a student. Even when I'm teaching, I'll always be a student. And I feel like a lot of people across many belief systems can learn from that.
It's about acceptance, man. Like, you always have to ask yourself, what is it about me that's allowing this to be so triggering? And then you have to allow the answer to come to you. Like, and that's really what it is right there. You have to allow, why am I being so triggered by this right now? Because this should not be taking this much effect on me.
So when people were like doing all this finger pointing, talking about she hate speech this, or they were pretty much showing their disdain for your words, how did you keep your ground, like mentally? Do you know what I mean? Because that would be easy for a lot of people to take a step back and be like, you know what, I'm not doing this no more.
I'm grounded in my beliefs that it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so grounded in my beliefs and the things that I enjoy that type of behavior, it does not bother me at all. So I just take it and go with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, and nobody physically has ever approached me and said I have an issue with it. It was just kind of like the people in my inbox, and I just don't respond. Girl, you know, I don't even, you can kind of see what the first couple sentences is going to be like. Girl, get your life, go do something else. Like, you took the time to do this. Like, it's like, who you finna argue with? Not Confessions.
And the thing is, you can't even say it to me face to face, but you go come around back. Yourself.
But like I said, it's for education. The thing about it is, though, with the bad comes the good, because there's so many people that are aware. There are so many people that are from both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? That also agrees with it, and they were in my inbox too, saying, hey, thank you for that, or in the comments and saying, hey, that's the word, or that's the truth, or they don't know their history, they don't know the origin of where it came, not just about where it came from, but like this word they put it in here for this, you know, it says what it needs to say without going too in depth, and they understand like the baseline of it, and they show gratitude for it too. So them was the ones that I was focused on the most. So
the people that get it. You know what I mean? I like
it.
Okay, so you got some questions for me before I say that, right?
You one more time?
You got some questions for me, right?
Yes. What keeps you well rooted in self-care routines? Because you were able to create so much. Like, you manifested a successful business, and your soap is bomb. Like I said, I'm gonna try some other products too, but what keeps you rooted?
I'm always operating out of love, and I have a true, like, authentic love for taking care of myself. I have a little biography that I have in the stores, but ever since I was 8 years old. Imagine an 8-year-old walking around with a mask on their face, like in the kitchen whipping stuff up or trying to take bubble bath. Like, I was literally that. I've always been I was in 17 magazine looking at recipes, trying to do workouts. Like, this guy said I could. Like, I've been that way my entire life, just so extra. I remember when I first wanted to learn how to walk in heels, my mom got me some heels from Ross. I'll be in the kitchen washing dishes in heels, vacuuming in heels, sweeping in heels, like, because that's what I wanted to do. So I was gonna make sure when I stepped outside that house, I was doing that. And so, like, now there's times I'm so serious. My family will be like, Jasmine on that, like, she on her stuff again. You can ask anybody in my family. I'm just extra, but like, there are times in my life, like preteen and high school, I felt like an ugly duckling. I was just going through the phase where I had like acne, the scars and all this, and it seemed like nothing I was doing was working. But it eventually, like, changing diet, all of that stuff has been a part of my life, like, from the very beginning. And it's finding, like, I want to help other people, or with me and my moms and the doula clients, I'm making soaps for them and doing all this type of stuff. I'm doing stuff for my family, and my family be hyping me up for any girl. You could sell this. This a $8 hot dog. You got
right.
And so it was just like gassing me, and I was like, you know what? I'm scared, and corporate America is not working for me. Like, it's causing anxiety. I'm walking around here sad because this is out of alignment. So let me do something I never did before, and let me try this out. And it's work, but it feels good. Like, this stuff brings me joy, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love
it.
And it's like, it's also healing childhood wounds, like, because I can go back into like doing the things that I actually had fun doing, and just like, so that's why I'm like, this is never gonna stop. Like, I just started something, and it literally, I'm about to take this as far as I can go with it. Like,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. It's beautiful to also, it's a form of healing. It's healing. You know what I'm saying? It's all the way around the table. It's healing. Okay, so another question I have for you is, what is your? I don't think you answered this one. Maybe I didn't ask it. What is your favorite product of yours to use?
I'm gonna say it's my OG product, the Tingling Hair Mist. I don't know if you've tried it before, but that product, I've seen it grow, like, in so many ways, and evolve. Because initially it started with just diluted peppermint oil, and I do my own hair, so I spray it on my hair and like whatever hairstyle to just kind of like,
that's what's up,
help with my own things. And I was like, I'm gonna add some tea tree. This would be good.
Yeah.
And I started, and then next thing you know, I'm like, there are times where, because I cut my hair, I'll be feeling some type of way, I'm gonna cut my hair, like, and I'll put it in protective style and use my spray and my oil, and it's back, and sometimes longer than what it was before when I take my braids down and stuff. And I'm just kind of like giving this to my sister, letting one of my friends try it, and like, so that product, it's evolved so much, and it's just like that's like my bottom bitch. Like, I know. I'm serious. I got nothing else. I got
right.
Sorry,
I'm gonna definitely have to get some of that. Because it's definitely, I don't know. Well, you can't really tell, but I recently cut my dreads.
I remember I told you to cut your hair.
Yeah. I finally, I've resisted it for so long, and then I was finally like, I have to do things in baby steps, baby steps when I transition, but I get it done. But yeah, I cut them off, and I can't wait to rock my next style because it won't be this. I'm gonna just pop out with some. So, but then I need to get some of that because I'm gonna get my dreads back, and I'm gonna need my hair to grow. So,
Yes, ma'am. Okay, what's the other way?
Okay. As a successful entrepreneur, what do you give someone that is starting off in entrepreneurship? Like, how was the early stages of your business compared to now? Like, and also a follow-up question, how do you show yourself gratitude for what you have accomplished?
Okay, so I would say it was, for the first part, I would tell people to stay consistent. No matter who's liking it, how many views, and because there's a lot of comparisons, or no matter what the person to the left of you is doing, remember why you got into this. Do you know what I mean? You have to remember why you get into it. Otherwise, you're not going to last. And I'll be honest with you, this business stuff can be cutthroat. And so you have to find your own way and be able, regardless of the collaborations that you do and who you talk to, be able to push your own wave and your own, like, your motto, I want to say, like your motto.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like, where I'm saying stay rooted, or I'm rooting for you, because I truly do want everybody to be the best versions of themselves. But that requires me, because me being a Leo, I'm into myself. I cannot look myself in the mirror knowing I'm out here bullshitting people. So it gotta be real. It gotta be real.
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself, and it's gonna be like feeling like I'm wiping off clown makeup at the end of the day, putting you have to stay rooted in your why and understand that you are your bottom line. Nobody else is going to do this for you. There are people that are going to come along and help you and propel you and give you the positive feedback, which I'm sure does help. You know what I'm saying? Use that as fuel. And what was the second part?
What do you do to show gratitude for your growth and your success? Like, what do you do to show yourself the gratitude? Because you've accomplished a lot. So what do you do to show yourself gratitude?
I go back and I'll be looking at stuff. I'll look at my videos. I'm looking at them pictures like, damn, I look good. Like, I'm conceited. I'm teaching people how to be selfish and how to be into themselves. Like, if we really want to talk about it, I'll be like, boy, I was looking good that day. Or even me writing it. You're laughing. You didn't expect me to say that. Okay, look, I write all types of stuff. Who am I? What am I doing? I have like 6 journals. Like, I'm constantly.
I got 2 backpacks worth, so I get it.
Yes, I have to write, release, repeat. We have to put that energy somewhere. I'm thankful for this. I'm going to put this on paper. There are times where I go back to my journal from 2017 and I'm like, thank God for growth. And I can actually see my progress. It's nice to hear that from other people, but my opinion matters the most to me.
That's it. Period. And we can't tell Leo's nothing anyway, so
okay. So don't even you really think. Oh my God. Okay, so we got 2 minutes left of recording time.
Okay.
This is great. I was so happy you reached out to me, because I didn't, honestly, I was like, who am I gonna have on here next? And then boom, the universe, I guess, pushed you to.
Oh, you the homie. I told you, we root for each other, man. So it's all about growth. You never know who on either one of our platforms need to hear what either one of us says. So it's all about love, and giving back. So hey, it's whatever. You need me again in a couple months, let me know.
Yeah, I most definitely will. So tell everybody where they can find you, where they can see you around Dallas, all of that.
Okay, you can actually find me on my website, which is www.confessionalcoaching.org. On there, you will be able to see my personal development, what we do, what we offer, and also you will be able to meet Confessions the Poet as well, and see my upcoming performances, the dates, the times, and the shows that I have coming up also next. And I'm also going to be featured in Mo's documentary as well. It's coming up and dropping 11/11 as well. So I'm excited. Everybody needs to go get their tickets for that as well.
Yes, everybody get your tickets for that. We love Mo. That's so great. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
When I created Rootin For You, I had no idea how deeply healing this would be for me. I've always been somebody that was on the back end of things, behind the scenes, and now it was time for me to switch roles and put my voice out there and to take up space, which was very difficult for me at the time. Stepping out of my comfort zone was not easy, and being the face of a brand and putting my talents and offerings out for the world to see became a form of self-affirmation in a way. It was like saying, as a black woman, your voice matters solely because you exist here. From the products that I'm making to the wellness tips that I give, and even the friendships that I'm fostering, I'm rooting for everybody to be the best version